My younger son, when he was 3.5 years old, he had been to a friend's house in the compound and all the children were playing. And suddenly, my younger one, he was playing on the treadmill. He was 3.5 years old. And somebody, one of those boys, he just switched on the treadmill. The belt started running. And my younger one fell on the belt and his hands went somewhere where they got stuck. And my servant came running to me, holding my son. And he says, Rajvardhan ke haath toot gaye. I was very scared. But then when I looked at him, I just sat very quietly. I took him to Swami's photograph and I applied vibhuti on his hands. And then on his forehead, I applied the vibhuti on my forehead and I said, Swami, you have to take care of his hands because he's too small and the hands were bleeding profusely. So I took him to Tata Hospital and then there he was taken care of. And it took him a year, and then after that, a lot of operations took place on his hands. But Swami has saved his hands because Swami had materialized vibhuti for him and had asked me to apply it on his hands and his forehead and asked him to eat it. And then today, my son is fit and fine because his fingers, his hands, his entire existence is Swami because Swami has saved him and created a new life for him. Today he follows all Swami's teachings of Satya Dharma, Shanti, Prem and Ahimsa. My elder son Prateek was in the 8th standard and Swami one day in one of the interviews said, Uska school badal dalo, school acha nahi, 10th standard ke baad sab acha ho jayega. And I kept on looking at Swami and I used to listen to each and every word that Swami said. I just changed his school. And in the 10th standard, after his board exam results, I saw he scored very beautiful grades in his exams and he was taken admission in HR college. So just before that, in one of the interviews, I had asked Swami, Swami, can you take my children in school and college? So Swami said, school mein nahi, college mein loonga. And after many years, I kept on waiting and waiting and waiting for Swami's answer. I was waiting for Swami to grant my children admission in his college. But time just passed away and then after his results, I was just worrying and I just wanted to ask Swami whether he would be admitted into Swami's college. But then the topic stopped and my husband said that we would take admission in the HR college in Mumbai. So I just kept quiet for Swami. I went to the college with my son and as I was sitting with the principal, Indu Sahani, of HR college, she just looked at me and she said, are you a devotee of Swami? I said, haan. So she said, me too. And I was very happy. And what she shows me is a photograph of Swami on her table. And she said, next Thursday, there is going to be a bhajan and you have to sing a bhajan. I was very, very, very happy. And that day I realized that the world belongs to Swami because Swami is Purna Brahma. And Purna Brahman, what we call, which means that supreme absolute truth, which is our Swami. And from that day onwards, I realized that we are absolutely in the light. The light is within us and we are the light. We are one with Swami as I am I.